So my name's Marnie and I have 2 adult children. I am a business owner and I am mostly in the coaching space these days. And I've just written a book, so I'm now a published author, which is pretty exciting. My main passions outside of work and family is travel. I'm extremely spontaneous, so I'll make a decision that I want to go somewhere and I'll literally book a flight for the next day or 2 days later. Love adventure, so every weekend is just road trips and exploring new places, getting out, hiking, all that sort of thing. So I really wasn't in a position where I was meeting a lot of people. I wasn't doing much travel for work at the time, and I had moved to a completely new area. So I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have a lot of community there to be going out with to give me those opportunities to meet people. I had very briefly explored dating apps, but I didn't have very much success on there at all, in that I think the safety issue was a big thing for me. I had a pretty bad experience on a date, I guess, from one of those apps. And also, I think just not even being able to know who it is that you're meeting. For men and women, there's definitely some safety issues, but it's also around, you don't know their background. I mean, it's easy to lie on a profile, right? You can write whatever you want. And, you know, the photos and the things like that, quite often they're not a good reflection of who you're meeting once you get there. I just found that it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't working. It wasn't bringing me people that I felt like were on the same page as me at all. So I was recommended to Trudy and Elite Introductions through a friend. So once she told me about it, I started to Google and explore it a little bit more and have a look at the website. And then I made contact with Trudy, who was amazing right from the beginning. And we organised to have an interview and started the process from there. The experience with Elite has been just so easy, so streamlined. It's been informative. They actually take the time to sit and really get a good understanding of what I'm looking for, which is really important to me. So they have been easy to communicate with, always accessible, and the questions that they ask are really questions that I think delve into, you know, the psyche around relationships and looking deeper than just the superficial stuff. And I think that's really important as we get older, is in finding somebody who has that depth of character. I found that the men that I have been introduced to were definitely on a different level to anything that I have experienced in the dating apps. So first of all, you get a full background on them, which again gives you that extra security around safety, and that you have a bit of a feeling that you know the person before you meet them. I think it's really good to know a little bit of their history. So it's not enough that it's, you know, invading anyone's privacy, but it's just enough to get to know them a little bit better. I felt that the people have been very much on the same wavelength as me. So financially secure, people that have that real leadership quality. They're people that are there for the right reason, and they're looking for, the forever partner, which is what I'm looking for as well. And I think that the fact that because they have come through the membership and they're within the community of Elite Introductions, there's that reassurance there as well that they have somebody to answer to, and that there's not going to be any poor behaviour or anything like that. So the support that you get from Trudy and Lisa is incredible. As I said, they're very communicative, so they're always there for you. They, once they call you about somebody, then they give you a full rundown. But beyond that, they're always checking in to see how things go. They always ring within 24 hours of the date just to see, what your thoughts were. They're able to run scenarios by as well, so they're a really good source of advice if you wanted to check in on something that might have happened, or whether you're not sure about how the other person's feeling and things like that. So they're obviously talking to both sides, so it's just that nice little in-between for the early stages of a relationship that sometimes is hard. And I feel like their knowledge and their backgrounds in obviously doing this for a very long time, but having that psychology background as well has been critical in the matchmaking process. So getting, as I said, when they interview you and they get quite deep into what you're actually looking for and what's important to you and things like that, and being able to connect those with the matches, I think has been, instrumental in making sure that the people that I have met have been good connections. I would say, what have you got to lose? I mean, it's an incredible process. You get to meet nice people. If nothing else, it's actually even just having those new connections, which has been good for me in the business world as well. You go on nice dates, you go to nice places, and I think it's just creating an opportunity for yourself that you probably are not going to come across elsewhere, to be perfectly honest. And I think that as we get older and we're so busy in our lives, whether we've got kids or it's just business or whatever the case may be, it takes away that stress and that anxiety around, when am I going to meet somebody? Where am I going to meet somebody? Do I have to go and do this? It's just there. They're giving you opportunities to meet somebody, and I just find it's such an easy, comfortable process for me. I don't know why anybody wouldn't do it, to be honest.